What's up everyone, I'm finally back with some more free samples and my best sample pack to date. The sample pack is called Dreamy Lofi Hip Hop and it's a sort of Lofi Girl, mellow, warm, relaxing mix of one-shots, drum loops, chord progressions, guitar loops, melodies and lots of ambience and texture that you can add to your lo-fi tracks, specifically in the sort of Lo-Fi Girl style. It's been a long time coming and it's taken me ages to put this together. So this video I'm just going to go over what's in the both packs, the free and the full version, as well as just a little breakdown of some things you can do with the packs. On top of that, there's a competition starting today to make a beat using a sample from the free or the paid pack. And you can submit them on the Mondo Loops Discord server, and there's prizes for first, second and third place, which will be decided by myself and a couple of guest judges. So all you have to do is make a beat using samples from the pack and submit it to be in for a chance to win. And if you're not on Discord, you can also email them to me as well, and there'll be a dedicated server on the Discord to submit to. The first place prize will be a choice between the MPK Mini Mark III MIDI keyboard and then also the remote sampler, which is the MPX Professional. So first place prize can pick between one of those two, and there'll be a second place which is $30 Submit Hub credits, and the third place is $15 in credits to Submit Hub. Plus there's a mystery prize for all first, second and third place as well. And because it's a royalty free sample pack, if you upload your beats to Spotify, I'm hoping to get as many of them as I can into my playlist, which are about 20,000 followers now. So it'd be great to have as many people as possible taking part. But yeah, I'm just going to go in and show you what's in the packs. So this is the full pack. I'll just go over what's in here and then I'll talk about what's in the free pack as well. So firstly, I've got the usual atmospheres. This time I made it focused on being really soft and subtle, so you can just drop them straight onto a track without being too harsh or having the muddy low end that a lot of the vinyl samples have got. So you don't need to cut anything up. It's already EQ'd and smooth. So that's the atmospheres. I've also got these vocal drones, which you can add onto, like, say, Sampler in Ableton and make an instrument off, or just drop it onto a track for some texture. So there's those, and then there's a couple of melodic loops that I dropped in as well. So 3 kalimba loops and a ukulele loop. So that's just the bonus loops, and then onto the main bulk of the pack. So I've got the drum one shots, which I focused on being quite soft and subtle. So I've got the claps and perks, of which there's loads of different things, different sounds, which I'll show you how I use them in a minute. But just stuff that you can use as snares or just to add percussion and texture to tracks. Loads of different soft hats. Real range of sounds in there. And then a range of kicks, which are all focused on warm, thumpy low end, but without being too heavy and subby. A few miscellaneous bits, so little risers, which you can add between transitions in tracks, the tambourine samples, little weird water texture, different sounds. And then onto the shakers, which are recorded from a couple of different types of shakers that I've got that I usually layer into tracks. So there's a little range of sounds in there as well. And then finally the snares, which are all your typical hip hop snares without too much thumpy low end, a little bit of high end cut as well. So they work really nicely in mix too, and some bongo sounds. So that's the one shots. And I've also got a range of loops, especially the texture loops as well, which I use quite a lot because it's nice when you've got a basic lo-fi drum loop just to be able to add something on top that just gives it a bit more depth, variance and texture. So these are the loop sounds. And then hat and brush loops, which I'm using a lot of at the moment, a lot of brush sounds, working really great with that dreamy, relaxing, mellow lo-fi sort of vibe. And then some hi-hat loops as well. They're all quite subtle, nothing too heavy. And then finally just some shaker loops, which again adds more texture to the highs and works well with just a simple hi-hat progression and some nice shaker texture as well, which I'll show you what I'm doing with in a minute. So that's all the drums, and then onto the melodic stuff. So these are more detailed than the old packs. I've basically got the main loops in this folder, and then for each of these loops we've got the BPM, the key, and then the stems that make the loop up. So for example, this first one is a blend of keys and like a bell sound. So then you'll have these different stems. And again, just a range of really warm, relaxing, mellow vibes. A blend of electric piano and acoustic piano as well. So just to focus on relaxing Lofi Girl type vibes. And then same again for guitar loops. They've got different textures in there. So the stems are all stemmed out. And I'll play right at the end of the video a demo just to hearing these in more detail with some drums and stuff as well. But that's the brief overview of everything that's in the pack. And then the free version is essentially the same thing, stripped down. So there's atmospheres that you can use. Kalimba loop in there, which you can slice up or use as is. Some textures, brush loops, hat loops, shaker loop. So this is stuff that's just stripped from the main pack. And yeah, there's more one-shots, claps, perks, etc. in there. And some key synth loops, half of the keys and half of the guitars are in the full pack. But these are just the samples without the actual stems, which are only in the full pack. And again, some vocal drones as well. But yeah, both packs are royalty free. You can check out more information about that in the text document within the packs. But yeah, that is the brief overview. So I'm just going to open up Ableton and show you how you can use these packs, looking at the demo that I made for the pack. So this is just the promo that I made for the pack. So as you can see, I can just drag in each individual stem, adjust the volumes if I need to, and I've thrown in one of the ambience noises on top of each as well. So this is just the warm electric piano keys that's in the pack. I'll play through it all in a minute, but I just wanted to show you that with the drums, what I've done is, if I just play this snippet here, this is how I usually make my drums for tracks for Lofi records. So I've got the kick there, which is just one of the basic sub kicks. I haven't done anything to it, it's just as it is, the ML sub kick. And then I've layered that with this percussion, which is quite a few different sounds. So we've got some of the brick sounds layered with the wooden percussion, and I'm varying it a bit as we go through, just to keep it interesting. So having 3 layered up gives it a nice texture. And then I've just done a bit of a high cut on some of them as well, but you can take that off if you wanted more highs in there. And then I've got this texture, which is one of the loops, which I've just made a little bit quieter because I just want it in the background. It's just one of the shaker loops. And then again, I've laid it with one of the hi-hat loops. So then altogether, if I solo just the drums, and there is going to be more production tutorials coming soon, but this is just a brief overview of what I've been doing with the pack. So I added this tape rack, which I've talked about in different videos. It's just adding a bit of saturation drive, a little bit of compression, and some sort of tape variants as well. So if you've got any of the tape emulation plugins, it's the same sort of thing as that. A bit of Neoverb, which is just a reverb plugin, and Fresh Air, which is a free plugin that I talked about I think in my free VST plugin video. Just sort of boosts the highs, adds a bit of saturation to the highs as well. But yeah, that just sounds like this again with some of the melody. And then I also messed about with this one. And this is just this one I didn't add any highs to this bit. It's just again layering the percussion, different sounds layered on top of each other, and adding this texture to it, which just makes it a lot more interesting. There's not actually that much going on, but adding the little texture loops makes a world of difference. And there is one more upbeat one in there, which is this one, which again has got different layers from the pack, layered with a kick I've also doubled up on as well. But yeah, that is pretty much a quick overview of what's in the pack. Please do get involved with the competition. If you're interested in winning some prizes or getting onto some of the Spotify playlists or just having a bit of fun making some music. And I'm just going to play the promotional demo that I made for it now. So feel free to have a listen and see if there's anything you like in there. I'll link all the packs in the description down below. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.